Hi, Facebookers. Happy Monday. Giving it a few minutes for folks to join us. On this beautiful day. I've missed you guys. I've been away the past couple of days. I've been in the mountains. So we haven't had nightly reflections since Friday, I think it was. Friday was the last one. So it's been a few days. How's everyone doing out there? I see some folks are joining. How's your Monday going? I see you, David. How's it going? I'm having a pretty good day. I just got back a couple hours ago. So I'm a little tired, but I'm unpacked. I'm doing some housekeeping things here and there. David, how's that garden? You sent me those pictures. It looks beautiful. I have some stuff I gotta plant or unplant or whatever. I'm really not good at it, but I guess there's a freeze or something happening with sensitive vegetation. So I might have to take some of the stuff inside that's able to be brought inside. I have to look. Is that tonight or is that tomorrow night? I have a feeling whatever I planted is going to die anyway, but this way it might have a better chance at survival. But you know, it is what it is. What's with the bipolar weather? That's right, David. I don't know what's going on with the weather because it was 70 yesterday. It's 40 some odd today. This is your first, it hasn't even been a year that you've been in Rochester, right? So this is your first experience with the insanity of our weather. Hope you're enjoying it. It's always a trip. Hi, Meredith. Good to see you. Good to see you guys joining. Friday, Meredith, I'll tell you about my time in the Adirondacks. It was pretty magical. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Friday morning, I woke up, really the past couple of days, I woke up with just like a lot of anxiety, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And I don't know, I kind of took some time off from work here and there. And then when I woke up Saturday morning, it didn't go away. I had this sense of like dis-ease, just an anxious feeling, and I felt like I needed to get away. So that's what I did. Packed the pups up, went to the Adirondacks, and the hiking trails are open. The campsites are still closed, but a friend of mine told me about this beautiful lake that's kind of off the beaten path, just as you enter Adirondack Park. And there's these primitive, stealthy campsites. I didn't quite find the lake because I didn't plan it. Or I found the lake, I couldn't find the campsites, but there's another little lake nearby. And as we're driving by, I just see this little spot. We see this little pull-off. And it was a primitive campsite. It was just one campsite, but you walk down and you're on the beach. It's like all sand and it's wide open and it's this beautiful lake. I wish I took more pictures. I took pictures like during that evening. You know, I'm not waking up in the morning, yesterday morning, to sun and the mountains and the woods, and it was so incredible. And it was so much needed, so needed for the soul, you know, to get away, unplug. I had no service, so I'm glad I canceled or I posted about the nightly reflections ahead of time because it was such a gift to not have any service. My phone didn't go off, I couldn't call, I couldn't text, none of those things. Couldn't check email, which as much as I tell myself I'm not going to do these things, I end up doing them. It was just such a great opportunity to get away, you know, and when I think of recovery also, not just day-to-day life, but I think about recovery and some of those bumps in the road and some of those stressors that come and the need for self-care and how important that is to all of us, right, to humanity as a whole, but especially in recovery. I don't know if I'm biased because, I'm in recovery. It's the recovery community. Probably not, especially for those in recovery. It's for all of us. But being able to unplug, we're so overstimulated. We're constantly going. Things are constantly going off. There's dings. There's your phone's vibrating. Your email's going off. 5,000 social media platforms are telling you useless things all day, and it's so easy to get stuck and to get lost, to get lost in all of that. Lose ourselves, I don't know, lose our way. I wouldn't say I was losing my way, but I was losing some of that peace that has been so important to me. And I've shared with you guys that I've been really living in acceptance and practicing gratitude and living in gratitude. And somewhere within this last week or so, the acceptance was there, but the overwhelming, and feeling overwhelmed really kicked my butt. So being able to get away, to go to this like primitive campsite, and for those of you that know, I mean, there was an outhouse, right? There was a privy, it's called, but that was about it, and just the lake. It was such a gift. But I think for me too, there was some anxiety about not having access to my phone, not having service, and like catastrophic thinking of what if someone needs to get a hold of me. Odds are no one needs to get a hold of me, right? And thank God there wasn't an emergency where anyone needed to get a hold of me. But it's important. I always talk about like listening to your body. My body was sending off warning signals probably all week. I took like half days from work, Zoom, whatever. I've shared that it's been a little too much lately. But Friday and Saturday morning was kind of rough in that regard. So I'm really glad I was able to. I'm really grateful I had the ability to pack my dogs, jump in a car, meet a friend, and go down there. I had the opportunity to have the supplies that I need to be able to camp in a wilderness setting, right? To hike in with my pack and have everything I need right there. I didn't have any of those things before I entered recovery. These aren't things I take for granted. I really, really value what I have. All of what I have, like the material things too, my story in recovery is that I worked and I kind of masked my misery, masked my addiction with stuff and with things, so I lived well above my means. But I really focused on looking good on the outside, having the nicest this, the nicest that, the car, the whatever. And I'm really grateful that that's no longer the case. That's no longer how I operate. I was talking to someone. It might be one of you guys. I see a few more folks joined. Jessica, hi Jess. I love seeing your posts that you're getting back into the insanity workouts. It's super cool. You're looking great. Pat joined us. Joe's here. Hi Joe. Jake. Hi Paul. Hey Nikki. Hi Chelsea. Good to see you guys. Really good to see you guys. I don't remember if anyone on the feed, but my style at home is like garage sale chic, slash hippie, but more garage sale. And I really value old things. I really like old things, and I cherish them. And part of it is the dogs are probably going to destroy anything I have, so I won't get anything that's worth too much. But I just love every little thing that I've gathered over the years. Pretty much everything. As I look around, it's like Craigslist or Marketplace or garage sales. And I just love that history. I didn't appreciate things before. I masked, or I thought I found meaning in things before. Whereas like these things kind of bring history and bring a story, and I'm really interested in those kinds of stories. So I went sort of on a tangent here a little bit, I see Jake wrote, I felt that some way at every rehab or detox I've been to. This is a peace that comes with not having to think about technology and really focus on you. Oh man, how many times do I reflect on the rehab I went to? And sometimes in my darker moments, I just wish I could go back. And maybe not even the darker moments, because there was just peace around it. I was safe, I was protected. My contact with the outside world was limited, the noise was limited. It was focusing on me and my recovery and learning tools and building connections and relationships. Recovery is a lot like that, minus the social media piece, right? Because we're on social media, we're bombarding you with posts and live feeds and all that stuff. But it's really, community is everything. Connections are everything. So around building those relationships, cultivating those connections, those friendships, because without that, I wouldn't be sober. Recovery has saved me so many times. I've shared about that. I have a sense of accountability. I'm accountable to you guys, to be here at 5:30, even though I run late sometimes. Sorry in advance. It won't be the last time it'll happen again. But I have a sense of, responsibility, accountability, to make sure that I show up. And that's a gift of recovery, right? We get to show up. We get the opportunity to show up for other people and to show up in ways that we couldn't in active addiction. I always like to talk about, like, we get to and the gifts of it, because it's not, sometimes it's like, oh, hey, good job, you're sober. Like, what's the big deal? And it is a huge deal, right? We don't just get a second chance at life. We have these incredible opportunities and these incredible experiences to show up in ways that, even if we didn't have substance use disorder, if we rewind and we never got crossed that line or developed substance use disorder, whatever, right? The appreciation for the things we get to do today is so huge. The insight, the fight, that shared connection, the ability to overcome some of the worst obstacles we've ever faced, is really a gift. So to really nurture it and cherish it and know our own worth, right? Know our own worth and cherish each moment, which leads me into today's little reading, which is called Cherish Each Moment. I love this one. I didn't bring this book with me when I went camping, so I didn't read the last couple of days, but this one was just so perfect. They're all really perfect. I like this book. So, May 4th. Not doing it. Cherish each moment. Stop waiting for the one moment in time that will change your life. Instead, cherish all the moments. A desert cactus that blooms briefly only once a year does not consider all the moments it is not in bloom wasted. It considers them necessary and important. It knows the rest of the year, the rest of its life, it is beautiful too. Wow. That had so much power for me today. Like waiting for something to change, waiting for that special moment, that special person, that opportunity. I think about flowers. This was like the perfect analogy. Like flowers are beautiful even when they're not in bloom, right? If we think like as soon as a flower is starting to die out, it doesn't mean it's like wasted, it's purposeless, it doesn't have the beauty, it isn't perfect exactly as it is. All the moments count, the quiet moments, the moments of boredom and solitude. They count. The moments of sharing, the exciting moments of discovery, the moments of grandeur, the agonizing moments when we feel sad, angry, and upset. Each moment in time is equally important, right? It's not just saying the good moments, the bad moments, right? Every single moment, this very moment matters. Don't wait and hope for the one thing, the one person, the one event that will change your life. Plummet you into the future and the life you desire. Instead, remember that each moment in time brings change, evolution, transformation. Right? Every moment, this moment is preparing you for the next, which is just building on you, building on your development. Every single moment counts. Most of us relish the magnificent spiritual experiences, those tremendous discoveries, those important times of change. But those moments don't happen that often. The truth is, each moment in time is a spiritual experience, an important time of change. Cherish all your moments. Soon you will see the beauty and power of each. So those moments that are just like, I don't know, super powerful, fill your heart, you leave elated. This is saying that doesn't happen as often, but like every day, little miracles happen all around us. If we are present, if we're open to receive those kinds of experiences and those miracles. The truth is, oh, I said that already. Let each moment have value. Let each day of your life be the spiritual experience you seek. The power to change and evolve lies within you. The life you desire is happening right now. Your destiny is here. And it ends with saying, cherish all your moments. Embrace the beauty and importance of each one. And it's just so perfect. Because as I was driving home from the Adirondacks today, I'm thinking, gosh, I don't want to be home. I want to stay there, right? And I'm thinking, I'm anywhere but present. And I missed out on some of those moments, those beautiful moments of that drive. Sometimes I like to people watch and see who's doing what in their car, looking around. It's a really beautiful drive. A lot of it's through kind of these small towns, these small American towns that used to be so vibrant and rich and have really been worn out. But I like to look around and take that in. And I missed out some because I was stuck in this, like, meh, I want to stay in the mountains. But that want to be somewhere else, right? The grass is always greener on the other side. It's not based in truth. It's not real, right? There's that thing, you probably all heard it, when you put all your problems, like everyone that's here, write your problems down, throw it in the middle of a room. You're going to want to pick out your own problem, right? Because you know it. You could wrap your arms around it. You understand it. So thinking about like every single moment gets us closer to the person we want to be. In challenging times, in wonderful times, it's more about being open to receive. Open to receive those messages or those signs, those opportunities. Open to being present. To cherishing all those little everyday miracles, to the moments with their dogs, with our pets, with our loved ones, like really cherishing them. We're not, like, the one thing we all have in common, right, the one thing is impermanence. Everything is impermanent, and we're not immortal, right? So cherishing every single moment, because we'll never get that moment back, is super, I think, important, for me. Adam. Hi, Adam. Meh, I may want someone else's. I bet you won't. But who knows? Sometimes I want someone else's too, but Anyway, so I hope you guys are able to really stay in the moment, enjoy these little everyday miracles, enjoy the beauty that's all around us, right? Try to find the good in every situation. Some situations just plain suck, It's really hard to find the beauty in them. But I promise you there'll be another situation on the horizon that'll bring you to a whole new place, a whole new level of growth. And I think one of the first things we let go of first is like self-love a lot of times, cherishing ourselves, acknowledging ourselves and our strength and our power. So it would behoove us, I would encourage you to really think about the ways in which you take care of yourselves, the ways in which you cherish who you are, you empower yourself, you cultivate a relationship with you. Because our growth, our development, our community depends on that, right? It's about unity. It's about camaraderie around shared experiences. And whether you are brand new to recovery, whether you have decades in recovery, whether you're a supporter of those in recovery, your story has so much power. Your story has the potential to not just change, but to save so many lives. In recovery, I use that word loosely because I've said this before, we're all in recovery from something. Addiction, eating disorder, gambling, sex, work, gosh, there's so many. I wouldn't even be able to list them all, right? I say the human condition. So we're all in recovery from something. We're all in it together. So it would behoove us to unite. I really like that word, I used it twice. To unite, unite our voices, unite our mission, right? To spread kindness, spread hope, spread, beauty all around us, right? Lead by example. So some Monday reflections. It feels like Sunday to me because I was off today. So some things to think about. I'm hoping you got something out of that. I ramble sometimes and go on rants, but this is what you get. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Rest of your evening. Take good care of yourself. Make sure your nutrition's right, your hydration's right, your sleep is right. If it's not, it's important to take a look at that. Those are 3 basic things that are really important for mental, physical, obviously, but mental, spiritual, and emotional health. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.